All right, let's get you all the developments taking place, and the big breaking news is Vijay has hit out at the centre, at the DMK. He says it's not election but a democratic war. His first rally, remember, after a long time, he's broken his silence after months, and this comes after various controversies of him being summoned by the CBI to Delhi for questioning as well, and after his film was stopped by the censor board. Amid all the row over the film and CBI probe, Vijay's first rally in which he sent out a very strong message to all his supporters. He says he will not bow down. He says he will not succumb to any pressure. He says he will not surrender. He made the remarks at a strategy meeting that took place attended by 3,000 state and district level party functionaries, referring to the upcoming Tamil Nadu elections in which his party TVK is likely to make a poll debut. Vijay told his supporters it is not just an election but a democratic war. You are my commandos who will fight this war, he said to cheering and sloganeering. Targeting the DMK and main opposition AIADMK, Vijay said those in politics have forgotten Anna, including those whose party's name has Anna. Listen in to what he said. Well, let's go across to Vijay now for more on the story. And Vijay, very strong message there after months of silence. Vijay hitting out at, all his rivals, hitting out at the centre, saying will not bow down to pressure, hitting out at the DMK, AIADMK, and also very significant comments about alliances.
That's right, Kharge. It's very crucial meeting for TVK Chief Vijay. Vijay himself terms this as a crucial phase ahead of 2026 election. He urges cadre and supporters to work hard on the booth level and also on ground to ensure victory in upcoming 2026 elections. As far as election is concerned, Vijay made a very important point saying that TVK is a big, huge force and ready to face the election independently. So, which means TVK is unlikely to form any alliance with big parties or either not to join any other big alliance also. So with this, TVK Chief Vijay also stressed saying that question the cadre saying that are we a party which bow down to pressure, any kind of pressure. He also pointed out that people are under pressure because of the slave DMK government, which is indirectly slave to the BJP government, and also he criticized the ADMK, calling that as a then ruling government of the state is also directly slave to BJP. So these are all so in a way he criticized both the ADMK and DMK alliance. He also pointed out that many parties, many people are belittling TVK, speaking low about TVK, saying that no one will join hands with Vijay as Vijay is new to politics. But however, Vijay mentioned saying that people have huge trust on TVK. He asked supporters and cadre to ensure victory in upcoming 2026 elections. He also pointed out that many parties, AIADMK and DMK, forgotten the Annadurai, but he urged the party supporters not to forget Annadurai, the then former chief minister of and the founder of DMK. He said that TVK should work on the pathway of Anna, which shown by Annadurai.
All right, Vijay, thanks so much for joining us with those details. And let's just listen in to what Sengotian, a TVK leader, had to say when he said that only Vijay can, defeat the alliances.
நாட்களுக்கு முன்னாலே நிகழ்ச்சி நடைபெற்றது. அங்கே பார்க்கின்ற போது 1000 ரூபாய் ஒரு ஆளுக்கு. தொலைதூரத்திலே வந்த தாய்மார்கள் தூங்கிக் கொண்டிருந்தார்கள். இவர்கள் வீரமாக பேசினார்கள். திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தை வீழ்த்துவோம் என்று குரல் கொடுத்தார்கள். ஒருத்தர் கைதட்டல.
And NDTV's Veer Raghav sent us this report from Vijay's rally.
The big takeaway from Vijay's rally speech at Mamallapuram after he's held meetings with his party is categorical that it's now becoming increasingly clear that the TVK will have to go on its own steam into this election and not part of an alliance. I think he's virtually ruled out categorically with his attack on the AIADMK that there's no question of tilting towards the AIADMK or the NDA. There was a buzz and rumor that is he under pressure to have some kind of an understanding with the NDA. saying very categorically, perhaps an indication in the backdrop of the CBI grilling and the Jananayagan case, that I'm not going to bow down to any kind of pressure. The second and big takeaway is that his focus is on corruption, saying that I will not take a single pie. That's an emotional chord that he's sending across, saying that I'm the only hope that you have to fight against corruption and for the people. The third and perhaps another important takeaway is to send out a message that the booth level workers will have to be the frontline warriors in this whole battle, sending a message to his own top leadership that allow them to function independently. What's still not clear, though it's now clear that Vijay may not have any major ally to go with in these elections, and it will be the TVK on its own steam. He said that we have the power to win on our own. But what's still not clear is about his candidates and his structure. Again, high on rhetoric, but perhaps clear substance. The key takeaway is that attack to both sides, to the AIADMK and the DMK as well, and saying that we will reclaim our country from these corrupt forces across the board. So what about his candidates? What about the rest of the strategy? That will have to play out. This is, remember, the first big reaction from them after all those developments on the Jananayagan release being held back by the CBFC and the matter in courts and the CBI grilling is. It'll be interesting to watch how the whistle plays out in Tamil Nadu politics in the coming days. That's really the other emphasis in this meeting, the symbol, the big victory for the TVK in getting that symbol from the Election Commission.
All right, so Veera's analysis there. Let's return now to Vijay for more on this story, and with TVK chief, hitting out. Vijay, let's talk about one aspect of what he said in his speech, where he said, I won't bow down to pressure, and this comes soon after he was summoned to Delhi for questioning. How do we see this in that particular context, and also allegations of, central agencies being used against leaders?
Surprisingly, there were no direct comments about either CBI inquiry or CBFC Jananayagan issue. But however, Vijay started his speech saying that he wondered towards a cadre and asked whether we are people who bow down to such pressure. So you used the word pressure, which means Vijay indirectly or tacitly talking about the Jananayagan CBFC issue and CBI inquiry, which was where he was questioned by 2 rounds of question by the CBI over Karur tragedy. Especially he made that point towards cadre, asking whether we are not a people who bow down to such pressure. Even he pointed out people only are under pressure because of DMK and AIADMK, criticizing both the party, saying that AIADMK is already under slave of BJP and DMK is also having indirect relationship with the BJP. So in a way, criticizing both AIADMK and DMK alliance ahead of 2026 election. So clearly, like Veera was mentioning, clearly there were 2-3 messages. One is to party cadre and supporters, where he asked party cadre and supporters to ensure victory on booth level, to work hard in these 3 crucial months for TVK as they are going to face their first election this year. And another point is they are likely ruling out of any alliances with the big alliance partners, because they are not going to join. They are likely not going to join any other big alliances, either NDA or even Congress, because there was speculation whether Vijay will join hands with Congress or NDA alliance. But now Vijay has termed, saying that TVK itself is a great force. They are ready to face the election independently. So which means they are going to head the alliance with any other smaller party likely to join hands with TVK. Whether we have to wait and see what could be those smaller parties. But now, as of now, with Vijay's speech and even Sengote and other speech, it is clear TVK to face this election independently. So it is very crucial. And TVK chief Vijay also criticized both AIADMK and DMK, saying that they had forgotten Annadurai, who is the founder of DMK and supremo leader of Dravidian icon. So in a way, TVK is clear, taking away Anna principle towards elections. And he also pointed out that TVK will never give space for any sort of corruption if TVK forms the government. So this is also another important point where Vijay spoke about the corruption and scams. He termed both DMK and AIADMK as the corrupt party in Tamil Nadu. He says that there is no necessary for Vijay to earn corrupt money, because he had already has many money earned through his career. He also in a way replied for a criticism where many criticized TVK, saying that Vijay is new to party. There won't be any party would be ready to join hands with TVK, as Vijay is very new to politics, for which Vijay replied, many are criticizing us, but we have the great alliance with people, so people have already made the decision, so they are ready to give a victory in 2026 election.
Right. Also, Vijay, a lot of rhetoric, positioning himself as this anti-establishment, this lone wolf, talking about this army of, supporters and all his workers. But as Veera Raghav pointed out, who else is there? Who are his candidates? And not much time, right, left for the Tamil Nadu election. So all this also, they need some clarity.
Well, it is going to be a very challenging situation for TVK, as except Vijay and 3 or 4 leaders, second line leaders, everybody on districts is going to be very new. But however, remember on 2022, on local body election, TVK, there were no TVK then, but as a Vijay Makkaliyakam, they had an extraordinary performance. They faced the election without any symbol on local areas, but TVK, not TVK, but before the Vijay Makkaliyakam managed to win many seats across Tamil Nadu in local body elections. So with this hope only, Vijay strongly believes on ground there is a huge support for TVK as a political party. There is a shift from Vijay Makkaliyakam to TVK as a political party. So Vijay believes there is for last 3-4 months there were groundwork on booth level and on all the areas across Tamil Nadu to ensure party gets a huge support on ground level as a organization structure. Even while CTR Nirmal Kumar, the joint secretary of the party, speaking on the stage, made that point very cautiously, saying that our party has over 70,000 booth level agents. So it is going to be very easy for TVK, but there would be a challenging situation as other parties have a strong booth agents, and he urged the supporters and TVK cadre booth level agents to be cautious during election time. He also, even Vijay himself said booths are used by both AIADMK and DMK for bogus votes, for fake votes, but TVK should ensure democracy on booth levels, and they should ensure not even a single vote from people should left out during polling day.
All right, Vijay, thanks so much for joining us. We're also joined now by Kovai Satyan for more. All right, let's just listen into what Kovai Satyan had to say to us earlier regarding Vijay's address.
Anybody who claims to be a leader of a political party, if he doesn't do the things right, they will be under pressure. They will be under the pressure to meet the expectations. They will be under pressure to deliver. So Mr. Vijay is no exception. He has taken the responsibility and floated a party, and he calls himself as the leader of the party, which he started. He has to deliver. So definitely he'll be under pressure. So this is one of the qualities that is expected out of a leader. And there is nothing big to take credit on this. And this is not a movie to make statements like this. This may get him some whistles and claps.